What's up, y'all?
YouTube?
What's up, y'all? It's D, and we are back with another video.
Can I introduce myself?
Okay.
What's up, YouTube? This is Keys.
And this is D, and we are back with another video. So today, we're going to be talking about a story time about, as you can see it by the title, it's going to get a little juicy and maybe even emotional. But we're going to definitely go ahead and get straight into this video.
Like, this gentleman was like, really, the percentage of this happening to somebody is like almost impossible. So for this to happen, then for this to happen to us, it was just like, it's really crazy. And it's like, that really made me like value life that much more. It always just takes something, to me, in my opinion, sadly, for something to happen, for it to just put everything right in front of your face. Like, your life could be going like this. So,
Right.
I don't know. That's all I wanted to say before we start.
So basically, I'll just start off from the beginning of the weekend. I got out of school and basically I got in a car accident. It was a very bad car accident. I could have lost my life in this car accident, given the circumstances on what happened and what actually flew over the car. Basically, I was in high school. It was a Friday. Keys came down. We were dating. She was going to go ahead and escort me to my prom at the time. And basically, I went over there to the hotel that she had, and then I spent the night over there on Friday night. And at the time, I used to say, I'm going over to my best friend's house, but really I was going with Keys, by the way.
Nisha, if you watching this, you know.
You'll know.
You know, you was...
She didn't even text me back.
Shut
Okay,
up, man.
anyways. So yeah, again, I was at her house. We were chilling, doing what we got to do, stuff like that. And then the next day, it was time for me to get ready for prom. I had my dress, everything right. And I was actually going to a hairdresser that a friend of mine in high school referred me to in the beginning, which was Rebecca. And it was Rebecca, Raven, and Majesty actually getting their hair done by her at that time earlier, and I had an appointment for a different time. So I knew what I was doing. I knew where I had to go first, and basically that was, of course, getting my hair done with her first. And then, so basically Keys dropped me off at my grandma's house, and then after that, that feels good. But then she's rubbing my back, y'all. But then after that, she dropped me off, and then she went to go get a haircut by her dad. And then I was with my grandma. I was telling her I'm about to go get my hair done, blase, blase. And yeah, I got my grandma's car because I've been riding my grandma's car for a while. And given the circumstances at that time, I didn't have a driver's license, which I know wasn't right, but I was very careful when I was driving. And I mean, hey, sometimes back in the day, people didn't have driver's license and their parents still let them drive. If they needed something from down the street. See, where my grandma stayed, it's literally down the street from a Food Lion. So it's really nothing to just go to the corner store down the street. So basically I went, got the car. I was talking to my best friend. I said I was going to stop by her house because the lady said it was going to take a little bit more minutes. So I went to Burger King, and I got me something to eat, and her, I think.
Yeah, you got her something to eat, too.
Yeah, I think I got Nisha. How you know?
Because we've talked about this story. Like,
oh, yeah, and I got her something to eat, too. So we both was hungry. I told her I'll give her something, plus she was pregnant with my godbaby. So I was on the phone with my cousin Ariana, letting her know what I was doing and stuff like that. And for some reason, you want to know the freaking crazy part now that I'm thinking about it? So, okay, I went to Jack Brick High School. If people know, the neighborhood behind Jack Brick High School is called Camden Woods and Estates at Camden, right? Okay, yeah. So it's a very dangerous intersection on the, like, going towards on Waddles Beach Road. Right? Or drive, Waddles Beach Drive. And I was at that stop sign. Now, before I was at that stop sign, about to go to my best friend's house in Camden Woods, there's another light, I would say about a mile and a half, where there is a Shell and another gas station with a Wingstop. and it's like weirdly shaped. I was supposed to go straight, keep going straight instead of making that right, having the Food Lion by my left, and then making that right and go straight down Waldo's Beach. But for some reason, the car was going too slow, and I went to the right. And I thought that was going to be quicker. So, by the way, if y'all wondering, like, what's wrong, I just washed my hair. We have a trip to go to tomorrow. So, yeah. Yeah. And we'll take y'all there when we get there. But anyways, yeah, I actually was at that stop sign. And mind you, I could have went straight and then made that easy left. And I wouldn't have any of these issues. So, I'm not going to lie. I was on the phone with my cousin, to be quite honest. And I was on the phone with her. I've been on the phone before in the car. And
I had her on speakerphone.
Yeah, I had her on speakerphone. Yeah. That's the crazy thing.
So it's not like she was like had her
looking down like this the whole time.
Like
no, I was on speakerphone, and the road was busy at that time. So there was somebody coming to the left, there was somebody coming to the right. And I literally let probably about 5 cars go before I went out.
Can I say something? The craziest thing is, like, that's one of the worst intersections in Fayetteville. And it's like, even after she had her accident, it still took more and more and
and
more.
And they finally put a light there. You just took the words out. Sorry.
Yeah, but it finally took more people getting into an accident for them to put a light there. But it's like, to me, certain things, like, I don't know, it just blows my mind, the things that tax dollars go towards. You need to put a light there so people don't lose their life, but they can build other stuff, like buildings and stuff. Right. I don't understand that. But it's like, to me, if I start seeing a trend in numbers of this place, I would be like, what is making people get in an accident there?
Right.
And it's to stop. They need a stoplight there. So when they finally put that there, I'm like, it took so many people having to get in a car accident for them to finally do that.
And the crazy thing about it, my uncle said people still have car accidents with the light there.
That's just I think that's just a bad spot.
Bad spot. So, I'm going to get to the point where I finally go ahead and cross over. Because basically, I had to cross over oncoming traffic going like this way.
It was like a 4-way.
So, yeah. So, it was like cars going this way, cars going this way. I'm here. And I let these cars go. If they had a camera at that light, they would see that I was sitting at that light for a while. Because it was a lot of people.
It was like cars coming on both sides. Yeah. And then hold this in the middle of my hands. So it was like there was cars coming on both sides.
Yeah, I just had to go across.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we gonna get to the part. I see the truck. I actually seen him. I seen him because he was down. Because of course you can still see there's apartments buildings to my right, and I can see him all the way towards where the Jack Brick Road is, where a lot of kids walk from their neighborhoods to Jack Brick. The back way, and he was still back there, and I didn't have nobody coming from my left side. I'm going across, and then everything turns black because of course like he was going like over the mileage. He was like going like 55, something like that.
And the speed limit back there is slow because children walk and they play. It's neighborhoods back there. There's a like pedestrian sign because kids walk to school. In my head, if it's all those signs, I don't understand how somebody would speed back there. Even if it was on a Saturday night, that's a heavy populated area with children. Right. Like, people walk to their friend's house. It's so many little neighborhoods in that area, down that street, period, that people can go, like, to their friend's house and be over there within minutes. So it's like, to me, I mentally did not understand why you would speed in an area like that.
Right. So I went past there, and then, of course, everything just, I don't know if I had my eyes open. As the car hit me, so of course the car is hitting me from this side, on my right side, the passenger side. And thank God, I kid you not, I asked my sisters if they wanted to go with me. I would never forgive myself if I ever had lost my sisters that day. Like, you might as well say I'm dead too, because those are my sisters, and I'm the oldest out of all my siblings. And I would never forgive myself. But thank God they weren't. Jesus knew the way, and I'm pretty sure he didn't want that to happen, but I don't know, I'm not questioning him. I'm just happy that I walked my ass out of that car, to be quite honest with you. So anyways, the car, it was a truck. It was a 4-door truck. And it was a white man and his son, his little son. And he had a boat attached to his car. So in the midst of the accident as a whole, I don't know how many seconds it happened. In the midst of the accident, I'm going straight. The car hit me. I look to the right and I see the front of the car. And then that's when I turned my head around. And mind you, my car was spinning. It did a full 360. And then my car finally faced it this way. Like I was making a left instead of going straight.
So it pretty much like, turned the car another direction. Right,
exactly. So, and the thing is, the bolt from his truck detached, flew over the hood of the Toyota Corolla and came in the front of the car. And I'm actually going to insert pictures, actually. So, as you can see, the impact or what happened with the car. And basically, once everything stopped, and let me tell you, the fumes, I don't know what type of fumes. I don't know if it was an airbag, because of course my grandma never got in a car accident. This was my grandma's car. And it was just too much. I could not take the fumes. So I was able, thank you Jesus, I'm so grateful for that, able to walk out of the car in the middle of traffic, and there's a lot of cars sitting there, and there was a man parking, looked like he was, it's like he almost ran into the Camden Woods sign, when really he didn't. He was coming out to help, and everybody's like, okay, are you okay, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm trying to,
what was your first reaction like when it hit you? Like,
my first reaction is like, oh my gosh.
Did you like see it, like, did you see it out of the corner of your eye?
So I didn't see him. I saw him in the beginning. Yeah. But I never knew that he was so close. It's like he was speeding up, right?
He had to.
And even the police officer had said that, but I get to that. So basically, he had came out, and I think he was like basically mad at me. And I kind of felt guilty for a moment because I was a little child. And when it comes to children and stuff like that, you know,
you're going to have a big heart regardless.
Yeah, exactly. So, mind you, I'm getting out the car in the middle of the freaking road. And I'm getting out the car. I'm like, and I'm over here like, I'm bleeding everywhere. And I'll insert pictures. Glass stuck in my ear, I think. I have like, what is this called? Or something.
Lesion?
I had lesions all over me now. Some places and stuff. I have it on my arm and all. From glass being stuck in me. Glass was stuck in my ear, my hair, blood, stuff like that. And my best friend literally was like down the street from this incident. So I was trying to find my phone, right? Tell me why my phone flew out of the car. Mind you, I was on speakerphone the whole time. Nothing else flew out. Of course, nothing else would flew out because my purse was on the bottom passenger floor, and the food and the drinks was in a cup holder. I was wet from the cups and stuff like that. So I got out the car. Everybody asked me. They're telling me to sit down, and I'm in awe. Like, what's going on? Let me get my mind together.
Like
then I started crying. Right.
Pumping. Yeah.
Then I started crying, and everybody kept telling me, don't move. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? And they were like, you gotta have glass, like, in your ear, all over you and stuff. And I'm just like, I don't feel nothing at the time. And basically, I'm sitting down. The first person I called, I'm not even gonna lie, was Keys. Like, that's the first person I called. And
that makes me feel good.
The crazy thing about it is that I called her, and she said, I'm at the barbershop. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hung up. I think I called you or I texted you and told you I was in a car accident.
I think you had FaceTime me. And then, like, all right, let me tell my part from here.
Okay.
So, like, anybody know, like, whenever you getting your hair cut, so, like, I was getting my hair edged up, and it was, like, right here. So, if I would have put my phone, which, I mean, at the moment, still to this day, it don't really, like, you know what I'm saying, cover up. I still could have answered the phone and figure out what it was about. But it was like, once she told me, like, do your body just like go into shock, like your stomach start hurting, you feel like you about to throw up. I started shaking. I was like, what? Like, what happened? So I was in the military at this time, and all right, so my supervisor, I know he's watching this video. I know my old supervisor, I know he's watching this video. So we were like, he knew that I was going up there, but he didn't tell his boss that I was going up there, because she used to trip out about every little thing. So they used to have like a little mile radius thing. Anyways, if I would have told her, she probably would have made me sign all these paperwork and stuff like that. So I was technically allowed to go there, but technically not, if that makes any sense. So it was like, I'm like, oh my God, what, like, did she die? Like, how bad is it? So it was like, I'm panicking. So I had the cape.
You
like,
thought I died?
I mean, somebody tell you a car accident, you automatically think the worst
thing.
thing.
Well, who told you? Because I tried to call you, but I don't remember. Wait, let me say. I'm trying to tell you something. I tried to call you, but I honestly don't know, like, if I told you or someone else told you.
My mom told me.
Oh, okay.
So, all right. So, next thing you know, like, whenever I found out she got in a car accident, I was getting my hair cut. And you know, like, the little barber cape that they have around you. I shot out the door. And, like, I had got up from the chair while my dad was cutting my hair. And, like, he was like, he ran outside. He was like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? So when this happened, like, bro, I was so upset. Like, I felt like it was my fault. I felt like it was stuff I could have did. And then it was like, my mom was like, don't get in an accident trying to come over here. Like, I was, oh my God, I was so mad. Like, to have somebody you love be on the other side, you can't help.
Babe, oh my God.